Hey guys, Desi here. Today I just want to go over price action for October 25th and go over the trades that I took and why I took them. So let's break it down to the 1 minute chart because I want to show you guys. So this is actually the open right here. I separated it so it'll be a little easier to see. As you guys can see, we did open near this demand level here, which is all Mondays, before we ripped up Monday to 380 and got rejected. This is where we were struggling from. So it's only natural for the supply zone to become a demand zone, and that's where we opened at, and we started pushing back into this 380 level, which we got rejected on Monday. So our first initial touch here, we did break over to about 30 cents. However, we got this rejection all the way back down to this 379 level, and then price started pushing right back up. So I was just watching price here, waiting for this 380 breakout and a pullback. So obviously, once we did get this 380 break, we got an absolute, really strong buyer stepped in, and we ripped all the way up to this 381, 381.7 level. So when price is pushing up like this, imagine these candles weren't here. You can see how overextended it would be from EMAs. And this is where I'm looking for price to pull back into so I could take a trade. I don't like to chase the upside. I like to buy a pullback. Same with the downside. I like to buy a pullback. And a good pullback spot on the rip like this is the 9 EMA on the 1 minute chart. And that's what I was looking for. So once price pushed back down here, I was telling everyone, okay, I'm taking SPX calls with a stop loss right below the 9 EMA if price decides to fall below it. As you guys can see, we had this nice rejection candle, and we came back to this 381.2 level. We had this little bullwick here, and we started ripping back up into this 382.5 level, which, that's a really nice catch from SPX. We caught about $1, and it's actually about $1.50-ish. On SPX, it happened really quick, and these contracts actually went over 100%, 100% gain off these contracts. So I didn't take a lot of trades today because we were moving really slow, but I want to show you guys something else that is really neat. So you remember when this price pulled back to this 381.2 level? I'm already marking this as a point of interest level because we're not just bouncing off here for no reason. There's obviously buyers stepping in here. And as you guys can see here, once again, buyers were present at this 381.2 level once again, where price decides to push back into or push into before a bounce. And I also want to show you something about another thing about these EMAs. So the first pullback after a large rip or dip, the 1 minute 9 EMA is very good to use. However, once we price pushes back up above it after we retest it, I'm looking at the 5 minutes to see for the next pullback. So I always have both charts open at the same time, the 1 and 5 minute. And let me show you guys this. So this is on the 1 minute. Imagine this is the first pullback into this candle here, right? Let me actually open up a different chart just to show you guys. It'd be easier if I just show it like this. All right, we're right here. So I took calls here at this 381.2 level, and then this will be another great entry for call, and I'll show you guys multiple confluences you could use to take this trade. So let me actually make this green so it won't be confusing because this is demand zone. So we had one bounce here. We got this rejected at this 382 level. If you missed this and want to play a pullback into this level, into this high day, this is how I would play it. I wouldn't take this trade just because it is a little bit too early, and I still, even though it would be a nice move, I'm still waiting for price to push back into this and also push into the 9 EMA on the 5 minute chart. Once again, the 5 minute, even though the 1 minute retested the 9 EMA, the 5 minute didn't. So imagine these candles weren't here. You can see how overextended price was from the EMAs. So you have two pieces of confluence just like that. You have EMAs on the 5 minute chart bouncing. You have this previous support level at this 381.2 level, which price bounced off of. And then, obviously if you watch your time in sales, you can see buyers stepping in, and the overall trend of the day is bullish because we finally got over this big 380 level. Now we go back into the 1 minute, we can see price after this candle down, we bounced, and this is a really, really nice move up back to this 382.8 level, which once again, next to a high day, this is where you want to be scaled out and take your profits. So for the rest of the day, we had this little uptrend here all the way up to this 384 level. It was very slow. I didn't take any trades here because price action wasn't really favorable for options, especially 0-day contracts. I was just watching price basically all the way until power hours where it caught my eye once again. Once again, this trend I had drawn out broke, retested trend, retested EMAs. This trend once again followed all the way through here, 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 here. and then we were bouncing from this previous supply. So this is why it's important to recognize your zones. When I'm trading this right here, so when I'm trading this right here, this is going to be red because it is a supply zone. However, once price gets above it and we start bouncing from it, as you guys can see here, I'm going to turn my zone green, indicating that, you know, buyers are here, and this is turned into a demand level, which sellers can't break down of. So, supply turn into demand. Simple as that. Let me actually delete these just so it'll be a little bit easier. Then we had this, you know, we had this rip up, back down. Still not interested in the price action just because it was very slow. As you guys look at these 1 minute candles, they're very bad. I really didn't get a sense of direction. Then we finally broke this 384.2 level and pushed all the way into this 384.5, which where we, you know, got rejected from, and then we came back down. So this level right here, this double bottom here, price struggled getting above. Finally did. Retested, broke down, got back above. Price struggled here once again at this 383.5 level. Rejection, rejection, get back over, and now this is where bulls are going to start taking over, because once we're above it, we got above this 383.5 level, broke high of day. Now, just as we talked about, once this level is broken and we make new highs, which means the trend is going to continue to the upside, I'm going to look for a price to pull back into this area for a double bottom, like right here, or just a straight bounce from this area. However, I did get unlucky because I entered calls somewhere down here. I caught a nice move on SPX, and we did get knifed. However, this play I did alert, it was lottos, so I don't mind the down draw, especially when my play is still intact. So I held all my contracts. I even bought more, and right as soon as power hour started, we absolutely ripped from this level. It is not coincidence that we ripped from this level. Let me draw a little rectangle so it'll be a little bit more clear for you guys. Just how it looks like. Now price is moving fluid in this zone. This is another intraday zone that I like to draw out. I love using intraday zones because they do play out really nicely, just like this. Rejection, rejection, get above. Retest of this zone into a double bottom. We got back to a high day. We pushed down. We still held EMA into this nice little squeeze in the last 30 minutes for SPY into this 385 level, where I caught another 160% gainer on SPX. So, the moral of this recap, I like to say, whatever, don't chase price. Wait for it to pull back into the zone. Where the first bounce happens, draw it out, because that is a point of interest where price could potentially pull back down to. Once again, I didn't even have, right when this candle happened, I drew this little area out just in case. And as you can see, price pushed right back into it very nicely. Same thing. This was supply right here at this current high day. It was supply. We broke out, we came back and retested it, claim it as demand once again here. And once again, I said look at where we're rejecting from. This 383.5 level around this area was posing a problem. We had this bounce here, price is stagnant here, rejection, rejection. Finally got a break above. You should expect a retest at this level where we double bottom into rip end of day. This isn't hindsight, it might seem like hindsight, but we actually took those trades. I alerted both of these trades on Discord, so there's that. And always got to make sure, like, if your play is still intact, you got to trust into your trust your gut. Right here, I was in drawdown, but I knew this level. If this level wouldn't have held, I would have cut rest of my contracts. However, this level did hold, and it's provided a good opportunity for this bounce to happen into this new high day at 385, where we got rejected from, and then we closed a little bit under, and then after hours with the earnings, we did drop. But yeah, that was intraday price action and how I played it. This is how it looked out on the 5-minute chart. To show you guys, price pushed up, retested, pushed back up. Simple as that. Supply turned into demand. Pretty much all day today. I don't like trading the chop here. Because, you know why? Like, I'd rather wait for price to start moving in a fluid manner and then catch a trade than try to predict when it's going to start fluidly moving again. After this move was happening here, I noticed that price was actually starting to actually oh, excuse me, that is my house phone things. Excuse me. So yeah, when price becomes fluid, that's when I like to take trades instead of this stagnant chop. I noticed price was moving nice. These candles are actually have some decent volume with them. They're about 30, 40 cent candles, and now I'm looking for another trade. And I decided to take this trade. I took it a little bit early. However, we did get exactly what I was looking for into this rip end of day. So if I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions, make sure to DM me on Discord or Twitter. I'll be, willing to help you guys. And yeah, that's my recaps for October 25th. I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys.